Hello, everybody. This is Michael Lampy, the Communications Chair for AACT Systems Thinking and Change Division, and I'm here with Chris Luchs, who is our new Graduate Student Association representative for the board. So welcome, Chris. If you just want to tell us who you are, what position you're at, and what employer are you with, and then we'll have a quick conversation of systems thinking and change.
Sure. Well, thank you very much for having me. And it's wonderful. This is I'm serving as a graduate student representative here at for the Systems Thinking and Change group. And my full-time employment is I'm the Associate Dean of Career and Technical Education and Mathematics at Colorado Community Colleges Online in Denver, Colorado. And so happy to answer some more questions.
Yeah, for sure. Well, no, thanks, Chris, for hopping on for a quick second to talk to everybody. Just really quickly, what drew you into AACT and in particular systems thinking and change?
Definitely for AACT, mainly is because I'm in online learning. We do a lot with educational technology, a lot with instructional design. So that really fits with AACT's focus as far as working with learners and really focusing with design. From systems thinking and change, particularly, I am, as the Associate Dean for Colorado Community Colleges Online, we are an online consortium and we work with 13 colleges throughout the state of Colorado. So we do a lot of systems thinking and we do a lot of change management as well, because we have to coordinate across 13 different institutions. And also I oversee roughly about 12, a dozen or so different disciplines in my area, and trying to coordinate all of the different movements and strategic plans, and really having a really good understanding of the ripple effect of decisions that each individual college may make when it comes to accreditation, or each individual faculty member may make, is a really big part of my job, is really sort of saying, okay, how does one metro school doing? How does that ripple effect affect some of the rural students that are using online learning, using our institution for access to their education? Because as we change outcomes, as we change learning outcomes, as we do different movements towards accreditation, those are different decisions we have to make when it comes to technology changes, who has access to that technology, who has access to the textbooks, how do we get those materials in the hands of students whenever we make decisions, like if we decide that we have to have hands-on training versus virtualization, we have to go, well, what can we move online versus what we can't move online, and that dramatically affects access for students. At least it's part of my job is really looking at some of those impacts from a systematic level.
I love hearing that idea of trying to figure out access, especially for me. I've been in the situation where looking at rural students and trying to figure out how to connect them online when they might not have as much of the infrastructure. You're seeing a lot of states from Colorado. A few years ago, I've been working at South Carolina, and a similar issue there too. So how do we help provide the infrastructure there? Really quickly, before we finish up, any tips to somebody who's just getting started in the online world of higher education? How would you approach, from a systems thinking and change perspective, to really help them in their career and progress through, being in higher education?
Definitely. I think that one of the biggest things you can do is listen. Actively listen to your stakeholders, really sort of try to take that bigger picture view. I think that's one of the things that is really important to systems thinking, is not only how it affects you, but also look at how it's going to affect your students, and really keep that in mind. Your students are going to be at your forefront, and looking at how you can improve things for your students. That is really sort of one of the things we try to do a lot of, is when we think about how we're going to do things, whether it's a virtualization or sending a lab kit to the students, it's really thinking about all of these extracurricular pieces, I'll say, that sort of come out and do it. And as you make one change, the other big piece to it is communication. Communication is key to any sort of systems change, any sort of change management. Communication is big. We're trying to keep everybody in the loop, especially as we get more and more actors together. Definitely having that clear sense of purpose and having those clear communication channels open, and being able to listen to your stakeholders, and also show that you're listening to them by going ahead and incorporating their feedback into your responses and your strategic planning as you move forward.
Yes, especially now during the pandemic, where email, text, and how you put your message across, it's like reading the text when it's, if you don't have a voice to it, it's a lot harder to really communicate or to translate exactly what the person's sending. So completely agree. It's being very intentional and very, maybe sometimes if you feel like you're putting too much detail in a text email, you're probably just putting enough so that you're not getting too much mistranslation. So thank you so much, Chris, for your time. If you have any other questions, concerns, worries about AECT or systems thinking and change as a division, we both are on the board. So feel free to reach out to us. You all have a great rest of your day. Take care.